Here is a video on why we perform the steps as we do when dividing numbers that result in decimals or when dividing decimals. So here's an example. We've got 3 divided by 5. So again, I'm going to put the 3 as a dividend in the division bracket, and we're going to put 5 on the outside. Now, I am going to put in the place values, right? So I'm going to divide the columns, create columns for place values. So we have 3 in the ones place value, and right after the ones place value, we have the 1/10 place value, and that's 1/10. And then right after that, we have the 1/100th place value. Now, to separate the ones column from the 1/10 column, we'll put a decimal point over there. So naturally, all the columns after 3s are filled with zeros because there is no digit or no value in those place value columns for a start. Now let's go about dividing 3 by 5. We know that 0 5s go into 3. So this means we can't divide 3 neatly into 5. And so it'll be a lot easier to actually change 3 ones. This is 3 times of 1 is exactly the same as 30 times of 0.1. It's like saying that $3 is the same as 30 10 cents. So we are looking, in this case, at 30 units of 1/10. And if we divide 30 units of 1/10 by 5, we'll end up with 6 units of 1/10. So I'll put a 6 over there. My answer is 0.6. Let's take a look at another example over here. We have 7 divided by, we have 3 divided by 7. We put 3 in the division bracket and 7 on the outside of the division bracket. As in the previous example, I'm going to create extra place value columns. I put quite a few here, actually, because I know that this division is going to continue for quite a fair bit. Okay, let's stop here for the time being. All right, so we have the ones place value column, and then we have the 1/10 place value column, and then we have the 1/100th place value column, and so forth. All right, so we'll put a decimal point in between the ones column and the 1/10 column. So again, we know that 0.7s go into 3s. So I can't divide 3 neatly by 7. But we can change 3 ones into 30 units of 0.1 or 30 units of 1/10. So I'm going to put a 0 there. So we ask ourselves, if we split 30 units of 1/10 by 7, we end up with 4 units of 1/10 with a remainder of 2, because 4 times 7 gives you 28. 30 minus 28 gives you 2. So I have 2, which now is combined with the 0 in the next column to form 20. And well, if to make things clearer, I have 2 times of 0.1 as a remainder after dividing 30 units of 0.1 by 7. And that translates to 20 times of 0.01, which is in the 100ths column. So we ask ourselves now, how many 7s go into 20? Or if we divide 20 units of 1 out of 100 by 7, we'll end up with 2. All right, 2 7s gives me 14. So 20 minus 14 is 6. So I have a remainder of 6, which is then combined with the 0 in the next place value column to form 60 units of 1 out of 1,000. And so I have, in this case, 8 7s that can go into 30, 8 7s that can go into 60. 8 7s is 56, which gives us a remainder of 4. All right, this 4, that's 4 times of 0.01, which can be converted to 40 times of 0.001. Oh, well, I actually missed out that step earlier on, but it's okay. So I end up with 40 units of 1 out of 10,000, and I have 5 7s going to 40, which gives me a remainder of 5. I'll repeat the process here. I have 7 units of 7 going to 50, which gives us a remainder of 1, which I'll combine with the next 0. And I know that 1 7 goes into 10, which gives me a remainder of 3. Right, and then we have 3 zeros. 30 in the next column, and we know that 4 goes back in there. So you can see here that the pattern is about to repeat itself, because you can see with the 4 in the quotient being the same as the 4 in the earlier digit in the quotient. We know that the pattern is going to repeat itself. So therefore, our answer is just 0.42851 with a bar on top. Now the bar tells me that this sequence of digits is going to be repeated. So the next sequence would look like 42851. And that sequence is going to repeat. So this is an example of what we call a non-terminating, because it's never ending, repeating decimal number. So there is a pattern to it. Now I'm going to look at the next one, which is 0.05 divided by 6. Here we put 0.05 in the division bar with 6 on the outside. Now this is really straightforward compared to B. we know that 0 6s go into 0, and 0 and 6s go into the next 0. Of course, we know that 0 6s go into 5. So taking a look at the next column, all right, the 5, because 0 6s go into 5, we have a remainder of 5 going into the next column, creating 50 in the next column. And so with 6, we have 8 6s going into 50. 8 6s is 48, so we have a remainder of 2. And the 2 combines with the 0 in the next column to form 20. And we have 3 6s going into 20. 3 6s is 18, and that gives us a remainder of 2. Now, you can see from here that the pattern is going to repeat itself again. You end up with a string of 3s after this. So our answer becomes 0.0083 with a dot above the 3 to tell us that the digit 3 is going to continue forever.